Hello and welcome to an OC Children's Screening Registry training. In this video, we will talk about how to enter an MCHAT RF result, as well as how to make referrals to Help Me Grow Orange County and other organizations and programs within the registry. So first, adding screening results in MCHAT RF. On a child's homepage, in the child screening section, you will see a purple button that says Add New Screening Results. So first you'll want to click there to add a screening tool. You will then be taken to this page, which prompts you to choose from a drop-down which screening tool you will be entering. So for this example, we will choose the third option, an MCHAT RF, Modified Checklist for Autism in Toddlers, revised with follow-up. You will then be prompted to enter the date that you completed the screening, and then indicate if the result is low risk, medium risk, or high risk. First, we'll look at a low or high risk entry. For a low or high risk, you will not be prompted to answer, was follow-up conducted? So for this example, we would be finished. And at the bottom, you can see that you have the option to make a referral to Help Me Grow or referral to other organization or program, which we will talk about a little bit later. If you've entered a date of screening that is not valid for the child's age, you will see a red asterisk pop up. And when you try to save this page, it will give you a notification that reads, please correct the following issues. The screening date should be between, and it'll give you a range of dates. Because the MCHAT RF should only be completed for children between the ages of 16 and 30 months, the registry will do a check based on the date of screening you entered and the child's date of birth as to whether you should be completing an MCHAT for this child. So if this child is not between 16 and 30 months, you will see that asterisk and it will show you when the screening date should be. If you have accidentally incorrectly entered the screening date, feel free to hit OK and then change the date of screening to the correct date. Please note that you should enter the date the screening was conducted, not necessarily the date you are entering this information into the registry. Although those days should not be far apart, it is important that you don't necessarily enter today's date, but instead the date the screening was conducted in case that takes the child outside of the range. We want to make sure that the questions were answered during the appropriate time. If, however, this notification made you realize that you did complete an MCHAT for this child that should not have received one due to their age, please do not save this entry. The registry will not allow you to save invalid screening results, and an MCHAT done outside of the 16 to 30 month range would not be valid. So we'll go ahead and save this. And now I'm going to show you an MCHAT entry where the result is a medium risk. As you know, the MCHAT RF is revised with follow-up, so if a child scores between 3 and 7 and it puts them in the medium risk area, you will be asked to do a follow-up. So I want to show you how that looks in the registry so you know how to respond to those questions after a medium risk has been found. So again, you've chosen the tool and entered the date of screening, and in this case we chose medium risk. You will then see a question that asks, was follow-up conducted? This becomes a required question, as you can see by the red asterisk there. So if the child scores medium risk, you'll be prompted to answer that question. What this blue box reads is, if a follow-up was not completed, please select no. So because you are required to answer the question, we understand it's possible that you may not do the follow-up at the same time as the initial MCHAT. So if you haven't done it yet, say no. And then if a follow-up is completed at a later date, you can return to this entry and change the no to a yes, and then you can enter follow-up results. We want to avoid you putting yes if you plan to do a follow-up but have not done it yet, because then you will be prompted to enter the follow-up results. And we don't want you to enter any placeholder information. So for now, it's better to put no, and then if you do a follow-up, you can come back and change it. And then again at the bottom, you will have the ability to make referrals, even if a follow-up has not been conducted yet. If a follow-up was conducted, then you will go ahead and choose yes, and then it will ask you to enter follow-up results. The options are greater or equal to 2, or less than or equal to 1. So then go ahead and choose which is appropriate after you've completed the follow-up interview. And again, you have the option to make referrals if you have not already done so. So now to talk about how to make referrals. We'll talk about Help Me Grow, how to see the status and outcomes of the referrals that were made to Help Me Grow, and then how the section of referring to other organizations and programs works. So as we saw earlier, at the bottom of every entry page, there is the option to refer to Help Me Grow. This is an automated referral to Help Me Grow. This registry is linked to our data tracking system. So if you check this box and click Save at the bottom of any screening result, we will receive the referral in our system and be able to accept it and then provide you with outcomes. And I'll show you that in a moment on the work that we're doing with the family. So within the registry, if there is a concerning result or an at-risk result, you would want to make a referral to Help Me Grow. You can also track those outcomes, as I mentioned, which we'll talk about in a moment. But this benefit is that you now no longer have to have the family give us a call. You don't have to enter their information into our online web portal. This will automatically send the child, caregiver, and contact information as well as the screening result to Help Me Grow so that we call the family and provide them with information and resources. So let me show you what that outcome information looks like. As you may remember, on the child homepage, there is a section for Help Me Grow information. So as soon as you've made a referral, you'll be able to track outcomes on the child's homepage. I want to walk you through what you will see in the different stages of our care coordination process. In this example, we checked the box for Refer to Help Me Grow and clicked Save. So the Help Me Grow referral status is processing. This means that it's sitting on a list in our system that we then have to go in and manually accept so that we can get hands on the case and go ahead and call the family. So if you see processing, it means that we have not yet accepted it into our system. So this will happen very quickly. You just will see this processing status first. And then on the right hand side, you have these other two columns. The first column you see circled there on the right hand side. That top blue area is what you will see as the format. So you'll see a referral category, you'll see a concern that we're addressing, as well as the outcome of the referral we provided for that concern. At this time, because this status of this referral is still processing, you can see that no referrals have been provided by Help Me Grow at this time. You will then be able to track the reason that the referral was closed, and for now it is to be determined as we have not accepted the referral yet. Then what you may see next is that the Help Me Grow referral status is accepted. So we have accepted the referral into our system. But it is possible that on the right-hand side, you may still see that we have not provided referrals yet, and the status is to be determined for why we've closed the case. We haven't closed it yet. This example shows that we are making our 4 attempts to reach the family. So we have accepted it. We're in the process of making phone calls to reach the family to be able to provide resources. Then once we do give resources to the family, the status remains accepted. And you may see an example like this. So the referral category is Regional Center of Orange County. So for this child, we refer to Regional Center based on a gross motor concern. And then the outcome of that referral is to be determined. This means we have provided the caregiver with the referral, perhaps referred directly to Regional Center of Orange County, but we have not yet conducted follow-up to see if the family was connected. That typically happens within a week or 2 of us providing a referral. So the reason the referral is closed is still to be determined, as it is still an open, active case with us. What you will see next, ideally, is that the family has been connected. So you can see here now that the referral to Regional Center has been connected, and you'll see that there in bold. And then the reason we close the referral is that the caregiver provided outcome information. So we also make attempts to follow up with the family to make sure they were connected. And in this example, we were able to reach the caregiver again, and they informed us that they have been successfully connected to Regional Center. To show you another example of what this may look like, on the bottom here you see an example at the top which says no referrals provided by Help Me Grow at this time. And you can see that a reason referral closed is that we were unable to reach the family after multiple attempts. Sometimes you've referred families to us and we may not be able to reach the family after 4 attempts. We also do send them a letter and use a variation of contact with email and or phone if both have been provided. So if we have been unable to reach them after all of those attempts, you will see it read this way, where we didn't provide referrals and we had to close the referral because we were unable to reach the family. You may also see a much more complex set of referrals and outcomes. So here's an example of that. And if you need any assistance in interpreting what that may mean, you can always still reach out to us at our toll-free number and get more details, but this should be pretty comprehensive for you. So in this second example, the reason that the referral was closed is that we reached the caregiver, but then we lost them to follow up. So that's why you may see some like pending services versus a connected service if we weren't able to continue following up until connection. Now we'll talk about how to note referrals made to other organizations or programs. On the bottom of every screening entry, you will also see a section that reads referral to other organization/program. This is so you can track referrals that you or your program has made based on these screening results, whether you choose to refer to Help Me Grow or not. So you can click as many as are appropriate. You can also do this along with referring to Help Me Grow Orange County. If you would like us to help connect them to something else, or if you would like us to follow up on the status or connection of the referrals made here. The most important distinction I'd like to make here is that the referral to Help Me Grow is automated, so it does send the referral for you. However, in the referral to other organization or program, this is not automated. So you still have to carry out whichever process you have to refer the family. So for example, if you're referring to Regional Center of Orange County, this does not send a referral to Regional Center of Orange County. I look at this as more of a note section. So again, we have open communication with other organizations or programs that are utilizing the registry to benefit the child so that they can come in and see that this child has been referred in the past based on this screening result. So please still carry out your typical care coordination protocol when noting what other referrals you have made. So we'll go ahead and save this example. The main difference I want to show you here is that on the top you'll see Help Me Grow. If you'd refer to Help Me Grow, and you can see here that perhaps we referred to the school district based on a communication concern and the family was connected because we spoke to the family and received follow-up information, we know that to be true. And if you refer to another organization or program, it will still show up on the child's homepage again for other users to be able to view, and you'll see where the child was referred, in this example to the school district and another community-based organization. However, there will not be any outcome information for you to track for another user to see. So the Help Me Grow information is going to be more comprehensive, but again, if your program is used to doing their own care coordination, referring to Help Me Grow is by no means necessary, but it is a tool available to you within the registry, as well as logging your own care coordination if it's done. That is all for this video. Thank you for your participation. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact the information on the screen.